The fluorescent lights of Walmart buzzed eerily overhead, casting long shadows down the deserted aisles. It was well past midnight, and the store was a ghostly echo of its bustling daytime self. Only a few flickering bulbs illuminated the vast expanse of the cavernous space, creating pockets of darkness that seemed to swallow any trace of sound. Amelia, a young store clerk, hurriedly restocked shelves in the pet supplies section. She glanced nervously over her shoulder every few seconds, feeling an inexplicable sense of foreboding creeping up her spine. The feeling of being watched was almost palpable, sending shivers down her spine despite the stuffy warmth of the store. As she reached for a bag of dog food, a distant noise made her freeze. It was a soft rustling, barely audible over the hum of the ventilation system. Amelia's heart pounded in her chest as she strained her ears, trying to locate the source of the sound. Her gaze darted around, but the aisles were empty, devoid of any customers or colleagues. Nervously, she resumed her task, chiding herself for letting her imagination run wild. But the feeling of unease lingered, intensifying with each passing minute. The rustling noise returned, this time closer, as if something or someone was purposefully moving through the aisles just out of sight. A sudden draft made the overhead lights sway, casting erratic shadows that danced across the shelves. Amelia's breath caught in her throat as she felt a chilling presence enveloping her. A feeling of dread settled in her stomach, a silent warning that something was very wrong. She decided to check the security cameras, hoping to find a rational explanation for the strange occurrences. But as she peered at the monitors, her blood turned to ice. The cameras showed empty aisles, devoid of any movement or life, yet she knew she wasn't alone. A loud clang echoed from the far end of the store, causing Amelia to drop the box she was holding. Trembling, she cautiously moved towards the sound, her footsteps echoing against the tiled floor. Every step felt heavier, as if an invisible force was trying to hold her back. Reaching the electronics section, she found a display of TVs flickering on and off erratically, emitting static and distorted images. The screen seemed to show glimpses of twisted, contorted faces, horrific visages that flickered in and out of view, disappearing as quickly as they appeared. Panic surged through Amelia as she fumbled for her phone, intending to call for help. But before she could dial, all the lights went out, plunging the entire store into suffocating darkness. The only sound was her own rapid breaths echoing off the walls. A sinister whisper cut through the silence, chilling her to the bone. "You shouldn't have come here, Amelia." The voice seemed to come from all directions, surrounding her in an invisible grip. With trembling hands, she turned on the flashlight on her phone, illuminating the immediate area. What she saw made her blood run cold. The aisles were now filled with shadowy figures, their hollow eyes fixated on her, their ghastly forms advancing slowly. Amelia's screams pierced the night as the phantoms closed in, their ethereal presence engulfing her in a realm of unending terror. The once familiar aisles of Walmart had transformed into a nightmarish maze, sealing her fate within its haunting confines.